it appears I've got a little bit more to do here than I thought. A little bit more. I mean, it's not as significant before I can save. In order for me to create a play, I need to actually have valid play actions. And a couple of issues I'm running into here, just kind of fiddling with my play editor here. You can see if I click on something, basically my whole offensive line is getting is weird. Okay, so like if I look at where my lines are ending up, I don't know where those lines are attaching to, but they are not where my players are. I have no idea where those are going. And you can see they're not aligned with the players at all in any of this stuff. So if I go here, and look at where that one is. It's like my routes are not in line with my players, which is definitely a problem. I'm not sure why they're currently unaligned. Let's go see if I have any issues with my... It could partly be that I've kind of squished my play area. So if I go offense, and then I click here and say go here and here, you can see it's already off a little bit. And if I click here and then go there, you can see I'm like completely out of sync. I don't know. Let's see here. I think it's because my container width has changed. That's what I have a feeling is happening. Now it's supposed to be 300 pixels, but I think something is amiss. Because I think my save play button has resulted in me squishing my play area, which is supposed to be wider than it is. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. So we got, I feel like the save play button is it's squishing things, causing problems. Yeah, let's change that. Let's move that button somewhere else. Let's see if I can reposition it. The save play button is causing me some consternation. So we're going to take it off of there and reposition it in another spot. We're going to go try to put it up here next to the play name. Let's try... Try putting it inside there. Yeah, that's a little better. I like that a lot better. Yeah. I like that better. Okay, so let's take this back down to a 10. And let's see, I want it to look like the reset button. What's wrong with my reset button? I'll just do this. Just, yeah, this is way better looking. There we go. And you can see that lines my, gives me my field space back, which is kind of important. Now, and that's because it was forcibly squishing it to a smaller size. I have it defined at a fixed width, which I can then have the grid adjust according to the fixed width of the grid. But when I put extra stuff on the outside, that squishes my 2/3 space. Things kind of got kind of wonky. All right, so that should make that at least line up. Now, I do need to do a thing with my routes that, let's see, how do I want to try to figure this one out on my own? Because, see, I only want the route colors to apply to non-offensive line positions. Otherwise, they should be black. And so we got position. See, I think that's selected formation. I think the formations, the positions, we pull the position, and then we have the position group. Place player in grid, transform coordinates, handle table click, calculate grid coordinates relative to center, up to neutral site, just call on route click. Get route color. All right, get route color for position based on when it was first selected. Okay, okay, so we're going to go here. Keys, routes, dot map, player position, path. So this is the place. I'm trying to figure out just drop shadow for more boldness, which is fine. I did kind of play with that. That's how I got the little glowy white line around them to make them stand out a little bit. It does help. It's probably not great, but it's better than none. Generate route path, get route color, get route color. Oh, that's just my regular code. Player position, position index. Yeah, that's going to have to be more than player position. Because index of keys routes. Okay, so that's not going to work. How can I identify? So we got the position of the player position, each round coordinates. Is that my cookie? Came down here with a 1 bite of cookie and didn't eat it. Not even any chocolate chips left in it. All I did was leave crumbs everywhere. Brought down a pile of crumbs and left them on my desk. All right, so we have 5 colors. You know what? I'm going to change this. Because I'm going to be using other colors. These are just the ones that are pass route colors. Because that's what they are. Those are for pass routes. And they're actually wide receiver pass route colors because I actually use my running back, who's always going to be red. Well, not true. I guess it's a running play is going to be red. The running back that gets the position gets to be red. So now the question is, I'm going to have some conditions that change the color of my lines even. That's going to be a little tricky. So we got handle position click, and then we got get route color. Now get route color has got to have more functions than this. So I think when I get my, there's a thing up here that says get original position. We got selected formation dot positions. I'm going to have to create a I'm thinking I have to do a selected formation dot positions. Does this get called every time? It must, because there's no other. Yeah, we need to have a selected formation. All right, so let's try this. I'm going to go constant. We're going to call this player position group. Set player position group. And yeah, I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out how this is going to work. What nonsense are you trying to speak here, Ken? We're going to find out. All right, so we get the position. We got selected formation dot positions dot find. And then we're going to have set original position. And we're also going to have constant. Well, I don't even know if I need a constant. We're just going to go set player position group. We're going to go player position. All right. Player position. Position group. Can I do this? Is that even allowed? Probably not. We're gonna find out. I'm doing stuff on my own without asking ChatGPT. ChatGPT's probably going over there like going, you sure you don't want my help? I'm like, no, but I'm gonna try anyway. I like to spend a few minutes at least trying a few things on my own, and then see if it don't work, that I'll ask ChatGPT to fix what I've broken. Because what I really want, what I really want, is this value. What does it return? Oh, it returns all that junk. Okay. Let's try this. No. But it's positions.find. Player position. Position group. No, it's position. Okay, so it's position dot. I don't know what I might. I don't know why this slice is like an array of an array. It's like a sub array, but I'm not fully versed in them, so I don't fully know how they work. Yeah, I know. Dot player position group. Is that what it's called? I gotta go look. See what I called it. I think it's player position group. Oh, it's just position group. Never mind. And it's probably going to be based on what's actually in the. It's probably not that title. I'm going to have to go look at what it's called in the proto, which is formations, positions, position group. Yeah, see, that's not going to work because we're trying to find where the position. We're just trying to get the position group. I'm not trying to even get. I just wanted to set the position group. Positions. So they're finding the position. Selected formation dot positions dot find this one. But I feel like I'm doing this wrong. It should probably be more like return. What if I just did something like this? Return position dot position group. In fact, do I even need to do any calculations here? Why don't I just do this? I don't need any of that. In fact, but does the order matter? Probably, I would imagine. Because really, we're going to get this constant position, and then we're going to do all this junk. And I want to do it before we return. Position. Set player position group. Still, it doesn't like it for some reason. Oh, I like that. Too many parentheses in it. Alright, let's see if that works. Alright, so now we got the position group. Now, I need to take the position group. I assume we have the position group, but I don't actually know if we do, because I'm winging it. I'm winging in a prayer in it. Alright, so we got to go down to my generate or get route color. And then we're going to go down to get route color, and we're going to say, we got some different conditions here. So we're going to say, well, it certainly can't be a Q or an OL. Yeah. If Q dash OL, no, Q comma, no, Q, geez, Q comma OL dot split actually how do I make sure that it's also an do I have to eliminate everything? Alright, let's put it this way. Let's put see WRT WR comma T. That's probably all we need. Dot split. Dot. Is it find or includes? It's probably not. It's probably find. Where did I do a split before? I did a split, or it showed me that it did a split to get items out of an array like this. I think it was in the play editor. It's split includes. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. And goes split includes position. And then right. Squiggly and squiggly. Now, I'd imagine it just returns blank if it doesn't have any setting, but I do actually want it to be something else. There is going to be something else in here. Else. Now, I may have to do some other things. Because those are the only ones that are going to get actual route positions, W, R, and T. Route colors. Everybody else gets singular colors, so it's going to be like else. And it's going to be colors or things like, I think OL. It's black. Yeah. pass, route color, position index. Yeah, we're just gonna get that. We're just gonna say if it's else OL, we don't even need to do it, or equals. Oh, it's not position, it's supposed to be position group. Position group, right? Player position group. That's what that's supposed to be. Get route colors. And then, can you do they do I don't know if React allows multi-switch, where you can just do like a switch and say case and then W colon R colon T colon and then OL and then, you know, so you can just do switch rather than just doing a long if statement. There's probably a better way to do this. I'm sure of it. And then we're just going to say return black. How is it colored here? Oh, all lowercase. Okay, never mind. And we're just going to go lowercase. Because it's going to go in as a CSS type styling, so it should be the same. And now on defense, I've got D. You know what? It's not even L. I don't have OL. It's just L. Or just O. And then it's D, comma. I don't even know what the best colors for defensive players is. I usually do something different. I usually just do like, how have I seen these done before? Probably light blue. But I'm almost wondering if I should just make them all light blue, or maybe have like Blitz be red. But I don't know if it's Blitz though, right? I won't know if they until they I'm going backwards. I'm considering a redistribution of colors that's determined by the play type instead of by just clicking on them. It's like, and then when you click the so if it's a run, they're basically black lines, and if it's a pass, then they're colored lines. Which means I got to pass play type in. You can run a route of any color, but, or you can run a route on any play, but you're not going out for a pass. You're going out to block, or you're going out to just distract your opponent, but they're black, which means there won't be a pass to them because it's a run play. And then I have to do something like identify which ones are actual. Identify which ones are getting the ball. So it's like if they have an exchange in their list, it's going to get the ball. I'm working on it. There's gonna be some weirdesties. Okay, let's finish. Let's go down here. All right, so we got the D. We'll get if the player equals the player position group. And we're gonna return I think I like better the identification. The color of the path should be determined by the action instead of just by defaulting it. Or by the play type. Play type says pass, they get this. If it's run, they get this. On defense, it would be different. Huh. I have the information I need. I'm just trying to decide how I want to. I guess it's really going to be how it displays on the field, and I got to make it show up for the player, because these plays, how I generate them is going to be how they're created, and then that's how they're going to be given to the player. They're going to be able to pick their plays. So it's got to have some kind of indicator as to whether or not it's, you know, what we're looking at. So I'm just thinking offense right now, but different things. I'm thinking route color is going to be determined by position group and play type for offense. And on defense, we might be going by action. Which is going to I'm starting to wonder if I should just store the color. Store the color, have it get the color, and use the color. You know, have each play just go, okay, what is this action going to be? It's going to be this color. I think that might be better than trying to figure out the logic on everything. Just assign a color to the action, and then whenever they put that in. But the problem is if they're doing like, oh, see, that doesn't work either. If I have a color assigned to the action, it's like, that would mean I need to have like certain things you'd be doing to try to run a route. But like wide receivers on a run play, there can only be an exchange. That's not really what I want. I want them to be able to run routes. I just want to be able to say, hey, it's a run play, so there's no routes. So they're all going to be black. You can run the route, set the route up any way you want, but if it's a run play, they're all black, except for... I'm going to have two things. I think I'm going to have two things. I'm going to have action triggers and run type triggers. And the action triggers, most of them would just get like nothing. Yeah, see, and then play, yeah, then I can't do that either. Huh. This is a tough one, man. I gotta Offensive line will always be black because they can never go out for passes, so that's fine. But defense, a blitz, what I almost need to do is have overrides based on actions. Certain actions will override the color or change the color of the route. So we say it's this, and then all right, I'm gonna have to get Copilot to help me type this out because I'm trying to figure out the best way. I know what I want, but it's gonna be a little bit of a worky thing, and I'm gonna see if Copilot can give me a better choice. I'm actually gonna go try and do this with 3.7. I think this is another complicated one, and I think 3.7 is just better for in general. I've been finding I like 3.7. It comes up with better answers. It's a little bit more clear. So we're going to see how this works. Okay, so I got my formation layout here, and I need to change up how route colors are defined. What I would like is for do I even want what I would like is for a three-pronged consideration to the color of the routes. We need to consider player position group i.e. O is always black. One type all routes are black until one route is set to until one route has the exchange action type exchange route action type added to it. At which time the route continues on as red. QB routes are red Q player position group is red until it Player position group is red to start, indicating he has the ball. If a red route adds the exchange value, if a red route adds the exchange route action type, the route and any further actions with the exception of exchange, the route continues as black. Okay, let's see what I got. I need to change up how route colors are defined. What I would like is for a three-pronged consideration to the color of the routes. We need to consider play position group O is always black. Play run type, all routes are black until one route has the exchange route action type. Oh, sorry, play type. Red route adds the exchange route action type. The route continues as black. Okay, then we have a play type. This is going to be complicated, man. A play type equal to pass from the play editor page. Might even be 4 prongs. Yeah, this might even be a 4-prong approach. I think defense will be easier in essence because they're going to have certain things you can do. There's going to be like I might do like a blue for man coverage. Yellow for zone coverage, and red for blitz. And then, what else? I think beyond that, it's just, what? Black for run focus and for like the defensive line. I'm really thinking the defense is going to be more straightforward. It's just that there's weird things that can be done on offense. Sorry, I gotta get this fixed here. Okay. All right, so yeah, all right, so we got all play type, a play type equals pass. I think it might even be a multi-prong. I need to change that palette route color to defined to a much more comprehensive determination. What I would like is for the a multi-prong consideration to the colors of the routes. We need to consider play position group, i.e. O is always black. Play type equals run. All routes are black until one of the route has the exchange route action type added to it, at which time the route continues as red. Q player position group is red to start, indicating he has the ball. If a red route adds the exchange route action type, the route continues as black. A play type equals pass non-O player position groups non-O or Q player position groups will get color routes based on the array. However, the color array set in information layout.jsx. However, the one exception being if a player is given a block route action type. I could hey Arnaldo, I change shirts every day. I wear a new shirt every day. Not a new shirt, but a different shirt. This is a different day for me, you know. I've slept, got up, worked out. My whole day is a new day. I'm not at the end of a day. It might be the same day to you because your days are probably different from mine, but I'm in a whole nother day. So this is my today shirt, not a new shirt. But I do sometimes have a sweatshirt on, and I'll pull that off. I'm constantly going between hot and cold. I just get that way. However, the one exception being if a player is given a block route action type, the whole route will turn black. No! Oh no! I was wearing a sweatshirt, and like I said, I have my heater on over here. I just got hot and pulled it off. I didn't change. If you're talking about in this stream, I just took my sweatshirt off, which I do frequently. Like I said, I get pretty warm. When the brain really gets going, the body temperature goes up. And now I'm trying to really overcomplicate things. I've kind of got everything working. You can see my play editor starting to look pretty good. I got to fix this box here because it's short for some reason. It's a little shorter than the other one. But beyond that, I'm trying to get my route colors to be more sensible. And I'm trying to, so when I build these plays and I turn them into cards that I give to people who are playing for their playbooks, they got to kind of identify what's happening in the play to some extent, right? So I'm trying to get that worked out. But I have this complicated way of doing it in my head, and I'm like, I can try and code that, and I probably could, but it's going to have a lot of bits and pieces, and it might just be easier to have Copilot tell me how. Egghead? No. I've been called one heck of a good-looking bald dude is what I've been called. No. But no, never egghead. My head's really not... Yeah, my head's not really egg-shaped. It's kind of oval. Nah, I don't see egg. Not pointy enough. I guess it could be an upside down egg. Nah, my neck's too wide to be an upside down egg. I guess maybe if I drew it from my chin to my head, you know, the point of the egg. I am writing it down. I'm writing it down in Copilot. That's what I'm doing right here. Thinking it through, trying to decide how I want it. It's going to be weird because it's going to my play routes on this play editor are going to be defined by 4 different criteria. They're going to be defined by the offense, defense, and special team settings, the run type, or the play type, and the route actions, and the player position group. Poor man's Andrew Tate. Why, is Andrew Tate rich? Who's Andrew Tate? I don't even know who Andrew Tate is. It's kind of a long, that's kind of a long nickname. Poor man's Andrew Tate. Call me Pat. I don't know what it is, but P-A-T, poor man's Andrew Tate. I guess it'd be P-Mat. That wouldn't work as well. So you just have to call poor man as one word and call it P-A-T. Call me P-A-T. Pat, poor man's Andrew Tate. Now you're gonna make me look up who the heck Andrew Tate is. I think I'm more of a small rock. Call me a pebble. I have, I mean, not to brag, but I have actually had people say I kind of look like a small rock. Dwayne Johnson. Especially when my tan kicks in the summer. But I'm kind of pale right now. Plus he keeps very shaved. And he has a very good eyebrow expression. I can't raise my eyebrow like he can. That's his kind of his pose, but he's got a serious. But yeah, I'm not. But he is also about 7 inches taller than me and about an extra 70 pounds of muscle. So it's kind of, he's kind of in a whole nother area of size, that's for sure. You know, I have actually tried to bulk up and be, you know, a big guy, but I can't. I can't in my head reconcile the idea of eating more food to put on muscle, which I understand the concept. You need mass to build mass, but my thought is the muscle should grow with what you're eating. So if I put on 3 pounds of food, or I eat 3 pounds of food that's converted, it needs to be muscle. But the way that you're supposed to do it, this is the way all the training programs do. They say eat like 5,000 calories of food, and then you work out to fill that food, but your body needs the weight before it can build the muscle, and it can't do it at the same time apparently. And that's where I can't reconcile it. I can't like. And besides, I'll never be 6'5", so I'd be a mini rock. Like I said, I'd be more of a pebble, a stone. Call me the pebble. I don't know what's a small rock that's not a pebble. A pebble is like super tiny, but stone? Nah, a stone can be just. I think there really isn't a small version of a rock that isn't a pebble. You can be really small and then call me a grain. Oh, I do. No, I do eat lots of protein supplements, and I have a gym membership. I used to have 2 gym memberships, but one of my gyms bought the other gym, and then they closed that gym. So now I still only have 1 gym now. But COVID came by, and the smaller gym, they closed it. Which is a bummer, because it gave me options, because the smaller one was nice, because it wasn't as crowded. But they were both cheap at the time, because I've been a member of the club I am at now for, well, in some iteration it's been bought up like 2 or 3 times, but I've been a member since forever, and so I'm kind of like grandfathered into pretty good rate. But I spend money on protein supplements, and I mean I'm not bad. I mean my muscle was my percentage of body fat bounces around between 13 and 15%. I mean, I kind of go up and down throughout the year. It's not bad. I'd like to get it. My goal, my dream is to get it down to 10, but I can't seem to get it down that far. I have moments I get it down. I'm down to 13, 12.9 for 13, 14, 15, 16. 13, 14, 12, 14, 15, 16. So that's kind of how my body goes. It's partly my discipline. I can't not eat dessert, which isn't going to help. You know, my body doesn't know what to do with that stuff. No, well, it's not that. I renewed my membership like 5 months before I got laid off, and I bought 2 years. So I had a job, and I was making good money. So I have not renewed my membership since I've been unemployed, though. And so I'm thinking if I don't have a job by the time my membership comes due, which I think is either in July or November, I won't be renewing it again. So, which sucks, because it's really not that expensive. But I can't. Yeah, I wouldn't spend money on my gym. I did go to the gym today and swim. And I only swim 800 meters. I usually swim 16, but I was running late. Again, going to bed too late. Going to bed at 11:30 at night is not helping my get up in the morning process. I sleep until 6:30, which is like, it's so late. Let's see, route action types. The whole route will turn black. Okay, that's fine. What else do I need? Well, that's the thing, man. It's struggling. No, I am. I did have a pension, but I rolled it over into the soup kitchen. Not yet. I've been helping out with the local food bank because I have nothing else to do. But no, what I did was when I rolled over my pension and my 401k into my personal IRA, I was splitting my 401k into standard 401k and Roth 401k. And Roth has very little. You just have to pay interest. There's no penalties on keeping your Roth money. So I kept my Roth money when I did the rollover, which wasn't very much because I was laid off once before, like 2.5 years prior to my being laid off for good. The first time it was a random thing during COVID. The company was like panicking, so they laid off a bunch of people randomly, and I just got caught up in that mess. And then 6 months later, they called me, please, can you come back? We need your help again. And I ended up getting a big raise and went back for 2 more years. And then I ended up on another team who didn't need me anymore. Whatever. So, but anyway, so I took my 401k, which was only like 2 years worth, but it was enough. And that's kind of what we've been living off of, the Roth part of my 401k. Sadly, we are getting to the point where that money's almost gone, and we're going to have to start taking money out of our regular 401k, which is going to suck because then there's penalties and other crap. So it's going to take like probably 10%, 10 to 15% of our money. It's going to suck. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Nasty. But, have faith. Lord's got something planned, and I'm just going to keep looking for work and keep applying and keep people give me places and things to try out. I try, I play, a local company, or Wizards of the Coast, I don't know if you know who they are. They're the ones who make D&D and amongst other things, Magic and some other stuff. They had a job position, a couple of them, game designer and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this would be awesome. So I wrote a nice cover letter and customized my resume to be very specific to my skills and what I've done in the game industry. The Mage Cage and X-Case and my game designs and this thing. And send it off. That was last week. But, that'll probably never get anything. I thought it was a pretty good looking resume, to be honest. I did that too. I've had my day trader experience. In fact, but you can't day trade without money, man. You need money to be a day trader. It takes money to make money day trading. I did that for a while back when the internet was all upsy downsy. And so you're constantly studying which companies are kind of having their spikes during the day, and I did pretty good for a while there. I made enough money to do the down payment on our house. I didn't get rich doing it by any means, but we earned enough. I earned enough for us to do a down payment on a house, and that's how we got our first house. But also, I have lost to day trading, and I had one day that I got hit pretty hard, and I was like, yikes, that hurt. And it wasn't crippling, but it was enough to kind of slap me a little bit and say, hey, this is a really dangerous thing to do. You're playing with dynamite when you're day trading. And I did it a little bit longer, but I didn't do it much longer after that. I got shell-shocked from that. There was a couple of days where I'd make, $5,000-$10,000, and I got kind of way ahead. And then I had one day where I lost like $7,000 or $8,000, and I was like, yikes! And that was right before we bought our house, so the amount of money we had went down all of a sudden. I earned a few thousand of it back, but I was scared, so I stopped doing it. I don't know if I have the stomach for this anymore. That kind of hurt. I almost lost a third of all of what I in one day. I was like, nope. Thing is, here's the problem with day trading. The more successful you are, the more risks you take. And one of those risks will bite you in the rear end at some point. And that's what happened. I was like, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to start doing, what do you call them? Puts and, what's the other one? The opposite. I forgot what the other one was. But the ones that expire, those are the ones that killed me. Because you put down to try to make, this has to happen in this amount of time. And if it doesn't happen, the money's just gone. Well, one time it was just gone. It's like, oh, okay, that's not good. And yeah, that sucked. So yeah, gotta be careful with that stuff, man. But I have tried that. I can't even remember all the companies I was doing it with. I probably could look back at my Schwab history if I wanted to. But yeah, I would never do that stuff unemployed. I can't risk the money we have. That's a dangerous activity. It's kind of like any gambling, right? I've always been a pretty good gambler. I mean, I do okay. I win when I go to Vegas and stuff when I play Texas Hold'em on a fairly regular basis. But the problem is, fairly regular amongst the times that I go. I don't go that often. But when I do play, I win a lot. I win frequently. Gotta be careful with the words. But it's still, it's a risk. You gotta be able to play with what you can lose, you know. Yeah, that's probably about right. And it's a lot of work. It is a very time-consuming thing to do, because you got to really study. You got to look into those little companies, see who's consistently behaving certain ways that you can kind of semi-predict. A lot of companies spike a lot during the day, and a good day trader will be able to kind of predict, okay, this company, you know, typically will spike on Mondays, or, you know, they have good frequency of this or that, and or they have this news coming out, and, you know, tomorrow's going to be a good day for them, and you try to predict how much they're going to move, and then you set sell orders, and you try to make a purchase first thing in the morning or late at night, and you try to, you know, then you set a sell order that immediately turns around and sells it. But it only works if they hit the number you're expecting and don't just go down another double. And that happens on occasion. But sometimes if you can kind of wait it out, but you also got to know when to pull the plug. You know, it's like if it doesn't move the way you want. I was very cautious. I did a lot of put it in and then sell it at the same number kind of stuff. So I'd have a sell order and a buy order, and the sell order would be like when it hits a certain number, sell it. But I'd also have a loss sell order that would be like right underneath what I bought it at. So if it went down, I'd say dump it. I don't want it. I'm not gonna let it crash on me. So if it crashes more than a certain amount, I would get out. So I'd lose little. But if it went up and did what it was supposed to, then I'd sell it up here, and then I'd be fine. So that's kind of how I did it. But I didn't put very big gaps because, you know, I didn't have the stomach for high risk. So I tried to make sure that I was within a playing area that I can hold. But it was fun, a little invigorating. You know, you start off with a couple thousand and then try to turn it into something real, but. Yeah, it's a rich man's game, or at least a person with some. It's a disposable income game. Let's put it that way. Maybe not rich. How do I have a multi-pronged position we need to consider? Oh yeah, we also need to consider. Now I have at the top play type, but you know what? I think, what is this actually called? It's not called, is that called play type? Yeah, that is called play type. You know, I may have to change this, because I have it play type offense, defense, special teams. But then I also have play type down here, which is run, pass, and special. So, you know what? I might get rid of special teams here. And do I call it team or do I call it squad? If I want to say, is it offense? Is it the offensive team or is it the offensive squad? The problem with using the name team is it throws things off. I might, you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of special. I think I'm going to have offensive and defensive special plays, but I don't think, because you got to have a kick receiving and a kickoff, right? Kick receiving is a defensive. There's still special plays, but you're offense until you get rid of the ball. So the kickoff, all the special plays are either offensive or defensive, and therefore, and yeah, they'll need custom layouts. But the problem with that is I won't be able to have. I'll have to add my formations to the offensive and defensive list. I guess that's not that big of a deal. How many formations are there? 2 or 3 or 4? I mean, there's not that many special teams formations. It would just be a couple more on here. Yeah, so I'm trying to. Let's get rid of that. So we don't need that nonsense. No, there will be a special teams on the game plan, because that's, you got to have special game plan scenarios, but that's different. And defensive, are there really any game plan scenarios for special teams on defense? Like, what are you going to do? On a kickoff, you're going to, what? Return the kick? That's pretty much all. I mean, you don't have any real options. You just get a guy back there, return the kick. I guess you could be, the way that NFL is now, there's not a lot of flexibility for the defense. So can you even be onside kick ready? What would an onside kick ready defense be? Like, you throw in more, you throw in more handsy people, less blocky people. But that's more of a Yeah, I suppose there could be a version of an onside kick defense that puts in more like wide receivers and running backs or something. Whereas you might put in, I don't know what offense, to be honest, I don't know what a kickoff return team is made up of. I think how many of them are blockers? Is it mostly like running backs? I mean, who are you putting in for your team? Is it made up of, you don't put linemen in, they're too slow. Do you need something? I don't know. You don't put linemen in. So do you do running backs, or is it just defenders? Do you put just defensive play? Probably defensive blockers and stuff, huh? Like linebackers and corners, safeties, guys like that. That are. I mean, yeah, but they're not blockers. They're more about tackling. I don't know who the heck you put in. I mean, it's kind of weird to me what players end up on the field. I guess I'd have to look. I really think it's dealer's choice. I have a feeling that it's, a lot of second and third string guys that are just, that's their thing. They're just going to go out there and block. They're going to pick the right guys, the right speed, and it's not usually going to be starters. The only time you'll put starters in is maybe during if you're expecting an onside kick. Your only real starters would probably be your kick returners, who their job is to be a kick returner, and you want them the best one you got. But even then, like, your best kick returner might be like your first wide receiver, and you're not going to have him back there very often. You might have him back there once a game or something. Maybe you have him come out at halftime or something. You got to have special offensive play for that. I don't know. There might be scenarios where you change it up. So yeah, there might be a couple, but I would just say it's more about how you handle those formations. I think their formations are the same. It's like, who are you putting in, you know? But there's nothing too special about it. Because, I mean, even on a field goal, the guys on the line, what are they doing? They're generally going for the block. I guess some of the linebackers might drop back sometimes if it's if they're just trying to provide protection for their return guy. Whereas sometimes they go for the block. So there could be a block field goal team and a return field goal team, I suppose. Not a field goal, I'm sorry, punt. But, yeah. Still weird. I want to provide those functionalities and features for people to be able to pick their plays, but it's going to be interesting to come up with that. But hey, we're not there yet. I can't do game plans till I have some plays, so let's get this finished. All right, so let's go back and read this. I need to change up how the route colors are defined to a more comprehensive determination. What I would like is for a multi-pronged consideration to the color of the routes. So I'm going to say team type here. I think team type. I'm a little worried that my formations are going to get broken if I change this, though. Because I'm probably going to have a click, on click, handle, play type, click, or something. Yeah, there it is, play type change. So I'm going to have to change. I wish I knew the right right way to call it. Squad type? Team type. I want to say team type. But it just feels wrong because the nomenclature is throwing me off. In a game that you're dealing with teams, squad? I think we're gonna go with squad. I don't want to change it again once I make this decision. Whoa, what did I do? My wife came down here a little bit ago. She was like, sounded like she was like cussing me out, but she was doing it under her breath, so I had no idea what she was saying. It's like, what was the problem there? Hello? Something you wanted to say to me? I don't know what's going on here, but I kind of wonked out my screen here, so now I don't know how to fix it. Okay, I don't know what I did. Okay, well, whatever that was. I guess she says it wasn't me. She was mumbling about my daughter or something, I guess. All right, back to it. So your day's about over, ain't it? I mean, like if you were up at 11 p.m. last night, or are you? I don't know, man. I don't know what you got weird hours. I don't know what you got going on. Okay, let's see. Is it equal continues on the red queue. See, if I have to get all the parts in place. This is going to be a 4-pronged determination of what color is on here, and I got to make sure I'm doing this right. All right, we gotta have a play team. Play team? Do I do play squad? Play team? You know what I call it on the back end? Off def spec. I do. I call it off def spec because I don't know. I just call it it's either offense, defense, or special teams because I don't know what the heck to call it. But I don't like it. Let's see what Copilot says. Let's see if Copilot has any suggestions for me. Help. In the game I am designing, how about this? In the football, let's see if football game I am designing, I have obviously offense and defense and special teams. However, I also have plays that are run, pass, and special. I call those play types. The problem is both offense and defense can have run, pass, and special. Special? I can't spell anymore. I totally forgot it. Special play types. So I have to group them. But what do I call the offense, defense, and special teams when the game is made up of teams which represent the entire team? Do I call them squads? Offense. Offense. Defense. Squad types. Offense, defense. It's going to have to be squads, huh? And what else would it be? Offensive squad, defensive squad, squad type. It's starting to stick. I think my mind is starting to absorb the idea of calling it squad. One of the things is I'm also thinking there's going to be a practice squad. Yes, I know. But I'm going to have... Yeah, that's in my thing. That's why I was hesitating, because it's in my list of features. There's going to eventually be a practice squad. Players that you can add or hold or put aside under certain special conditions that perhaps you can maybe build their skills up and eventually bring them onto your team, or maybe raise them up in the event of team injuries or something like that. Oh, by the way, a lot of people like games, football games, that let you turn off injuries. This ain't one of those. Well, okay, there will be certain types of games and things you can do that won't injure you. But the fact is, those games are not going to be experience attainable. In other words, if you do like a quick game against a friend, or you're doing something like that that's not inside of a league, you're just doing basic outside competition stuff, you don't have to worry about injuries that go beyond the game. There may be an injury in the game, but you won't get anybody who gets hurt for a week or two or the season. However, if you're playing in any kind of league game or league event, including practice, there is a chance of injury. This is meant to be realistic. If you want to have a realistic football team, you're going to have to deal with that crap. And that's why you get to have 45 guys on your team in a 10-person practice squad, because guys get hurt. You got to be able to deal. Now, I plan to have... I'm going to balance it out pretty good. I have some pretty good ideas how I'm going to keep it so you're not like constantly injured. But life happens. Happens to teams every year. Star guy goes down. He's out for 6 weeks. What can you do? It happens. Hope it's not you. But thus is the way it goes, and that's how good teams. That's how you build up your team, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have like. Yeah, I don't know. If I ever do something that allows you to turn off disable injuries, there's going to be repercussions. You're not going to be able to do certain things. You're not going to get the same full effect of growth of your players, because that's part of the game. And you're taking away that, so you lose, maybe you level up a lot slower. Like it cuts your experience in half or something, and it's just going to be a lot slower because you have no risk to the reward. And therefore, you're going to have to expect it to go slower. But the whole league will be on the same page, right? So everybody's going to be doing the same thing. Yeah, unit. I guess I could call it a unit. Tactic. Corpse. Offensive core. Defensive core. Special core? No, formations don't work because I have formations. My formations are going to be part of the separation, so that don't work. But that works. Units, I have heard of offensive and defensive units. That could be... I kind of like unit. Squad, defensive unit, offensive unit. I think I've actually heard them called that before. Offense unit. It's offensive and defensive, but it doesn't matter. I could just call it unit. Maybe I call it... I don't even have to have it be called type, do I? I could just call it squad. Why don't I just call it squad? Squad change. Offensive, defensive. Man, I'm spending too much time on this little tidbit. How about unit? We're going to go with unit change. I've decided it's no longer play type. It is now unit change. Dun dun dun. We have made a decision, folks. We're going with unit. Good job, Copilot. You gave me an alternate we're going to go with. All right, so we're going to go Control F. We're going to say unit. And then we're going to go, whoops, nope. It's going to be play type. We're going to change that to put an E on there. We're going to go there. And we're going to go unit. And wow, so how many we got? 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The only one that's going to be broken if I hit play all, or you do all, is this one. Because that's, oh, that's play type change. Ooh. That is actually a play type. I don't want to change that. Wait a minute. Well, what the heck is this called? That's handle click. Handle click? What the? Was that my? What? Why would I call it handle click? Probably because it doesn't know what to do with it. Alright, so it's not play type. I'm changing the wrong thing. I'm going to break all of my code. This is play type. Let's leave that alone. But it's handle click, which is some terrible naming. Why did I call it that? Ugh. Handle unit option click. And we're going to go value set filter. What filter? Set unit filter. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been one of the first things I did. Yeah, look at that. Now it's a different thing, but no, we're going to go to the next one. Filter component. So we're going to have that one update. Oh, wait, no. No, I just meant to go to the next one. Alright, so we'll replace that one. And not that one. But yes, that one. That one. And no on that one. Probably should. And of course that one. Then we have to go to formation layout, which is probably using filter as well. Alright, selected formation. I don't know if there is. Nope. That's a different thing. Alright, so that's not it. Alright, I guess that's it. I probably broke something. I'm sure I broke something. Because I'm not sure I hit this one right. Because filtered component. Filtered component. Oh, okay. I think filtered component is up here. Yeah. Oh, it is unit filter. Okay, I think we might be all right. Let's hope I didn't break anything too bad. That would be good. And then we're going to call this unit and then we're going to change this handle click nonsense. That is just terrible. Handle unit click, and we're going to change that to, oops, nope, did it again. Handle click is now going to become handle unit click. And then we're going to go change. Is that what I called it up here correctly? Oh, I called it unit. Oh, yeah, so I'm going to change that option. Handle unit click. All right. All right. All right. I think we're getting it. Yeah. And then we got Cotton Eye Joe banjo version. What is Cotton Eye Joe banjo version on your YouTube channel? Banjo version? Yeah, you have some pretty obscure. I still gotta look up this dude you're talking about. Who the heck is Ted Lasso? No, not Ted Lasso. What was his name? Ted Bundy? What was his name? Ted, famous internet. Oh, Andrew Tate. I gotta look up this guy. Who the heck is Andrew Tate? I'm gonna look this guy up. What are you calling me? What did you call me? You call me Andrew Tate? Who you calling Andrew Tate? I don't know no Andrew Tate. Oh, he looks like a jerk. Don't compare me to him. I don't know who he is. He looks like he's got an attitude though, whatever it is. I guess he does kind of sort of in a way look like me. His head is way more long. He's got a longer head. Well, I guess right here, if that's him. Let's see. Dude, he looks angry in all of these pictures, man. This guy ever not angry? All right, what do you think? Oh, that's not what I really wanted to do. Let's open this up with, open it up with photos. Because that'll take forever to load. So what do you think? Me? Andrew Tate. What do you think? I guess they're kind of close. Yeah, they do look kind of similar in place, some of these images. But overall, I think he's got a long... I mean, I don't know. His head looks pretty round here, but a lot of his pictures look like he's got a pretty long head. Like he's got a more... I don't know, oval head. But, yeah. There's some strong similarities there. I get it. I could see the similarities. By the way, this isn't really. I mean, I probably look similar to this, but this image is it's a photo smash. So this is my head or face put on another image. So this isn't me. This is a cartoon or a DALL-E generated image. So you can see, if you really pay attention, these words don't say anything. They're just random. But I thought it was a pretty good. And then I went and put my face on the image. So I put this whole bit is me. But that's about what I look like. I think it's a pretty good matchup. But yeah, I could see the comparison. He sure looks angry all the time, though, man. He's always yelling at people. Is he controversial? Is he always getting himself in trouble saying things he shouldn't say? You know who he also reminds me of is, who's that? He's a, God, not Wayans. Why do I want to keep saying Wayans? Not Wayans. Who is, dang it. Who is the guy I'm thinking of? He's an actor, that, he does a lot of, he's been directing movies a lot too. Keenan? Maybe that's it? No, I don't know. But yeah, I kind of see it. I think part of what makes his face look longer is he lets his beard grow way out. I still think his head is more oval than mine. Sometimes. Like right here, it looks really long, but right here, it looks really round. Right here, it's pretty round too. So I don't know. I think his head changes shapes. This guy's... When he's really angry, he's got a long, mean face. But when he's smiling and looking good, he looks more like me. I don't have a mean face. Actually, you know what? Apparently I do. I've used to have people walk by me at work and they'd look at me and go, "Dude, it's not that bad." And I'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?" I guess apparently I have an always angry face, or always not angry, but I don't know, deer in the headlights. I don't know what it is. It's something apparently. It's not so much in recent years, but I used to. People would always be like, "Dude, you all right, man? Everything good?" I'd be like, "Yeah, what are you talking about? You look a little out of sorts." No. Apparently people tell me I have this angry face. I used to have. Not anymore. I'm just a jolly old elf now, so. One of the things I learned to do was smile. You know, I learned a trick to help you have genuine smiles. You know, people try to fake a smile, and you can always tell when they're faking it. Well, generally you can tell. But people who are good, who have practiced smiling, like look in a mirror, think of something that genuinely makes you smile. Here's the trick. Use your cheekbones. A lot of people, when they fake a smile, they don't use their cheekbones, and it looks broken. So when you're genuinely smiling, make sure your cheekbones move. Like that, see? It looks pretty good. It's not real. It's not a real smile. It's not bad. But if you don't use your cheekbones, then you just look like a guy who's gritting his teeth. Hate this. Yay. Yay. And then you just look creepy. It's like, dude, don't smile. Just keep the face straight. You know what I have trouble with, though? I still have trouble smiling for pictures. I don't know. I sometimes feel like I can't help but want to do the suave guy picture smile. You know, or you just smile, like half smile. And I have people say, "It's okay, smile." I'm like, "What? Oh." It still looks worse. I know. I have to keep it pretty straight faced. That's what I do. That's my pictures. That's my picture face. I might, you raise your cheekbones so you at least look pleasant, but it's not a smile. Can't help it, man. I don't know. I can't commit. I can't commit to the smile. Who's good at throwing out a fake smile? The Rock. He throws out those fake smiles all the time. I know he's not smiling as much as he does, but he goes out there and he greets people. He's like signing their stuff. He's gonna say, "Hey, thanks, man." Unless he's genuinely thrilled to see all these people. He seems like a nice guy. Honestly, he seems like a nice guy. But I think he's just he's good at, he's been an actor since forever. I mean, since long before he was an actor, right? He was a professional wrestler. What's funny is a world championship, like top quality, truly professional wrestler would get his butt kicked against professional wrestlers because they'd be beating the snot out of him with all kinds of illegal crap. They don't wrestle like that in real wrestling. Same goal though, right? Pin the guy. Beat the snot out of him with a chair and your elbow and your knee, and then pin him to the ground. All right. Okay, so we got unit. Now we got unit. Team type, the whole route will turn black. Additionally, unit be considered. Offense. Unit. Unit filter equal 1 applies all the rules above. Unit filter 2 equals 2 is defense, and that is controlled primarily by the route action types. Blitz equals red. Zone equals yellow. Man equals light blue. Run focus equals black. Pass focus equals. Thing is, I'm giving it all the scenarios I can think of, but once it puts the foundations of what's there, I can tweak it myself. I can add and remove and stuff. I just need to build up the infrastructure. So I'm having the AI help me build the infrastructure, and then I can tweak and add, because I actually have other things that are going to be on here. And I don't know. Pass focus equals, what do I want to say? Just regular blue. Not light blue, but regular blue. Because I'm going to have other things, like I'm going to want to have it be like, let's just hit the enter. Ba-doink! It's going to take like 5 minutes to figure this one out. It's gonna go. It's gotta. You realize I'm gonna have to totally rewrite your code, and I'm gonna go. Maybe. Let's not destroy my code too much, though. So, I've been going over my script. I've got all kinds of feedback from my director guy. It's my second real play, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if he'll change this. He should probably change this. Oh yeah, and he's got to change that. He's gonna be like, and who the freak do you think you are telling me what needs to be changed in my play? It's not his, not his play. But I'm like, well, there's this. The thing is, okay, so this is a play based on a movie, The House on Haunted Hill, a well-known Vincent Price movie. Well, 1950s. If you know Vincent Price, it's well-known if you know Vincent Price stuff. Who, by the way, was in a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe movies. So if you know any of those, if you're only 20-something, you probably don't know anything. You don't know what I'm talking about. But you know what? I didn't even think about it. But I wonder if it would be better to break out the whole logic into its own little component. A color route color component. And then just pass in the necessary pieces to it rather than building it into this. Probably be better. Keep it boy, because it's going to be a lot of logic that needs to be happening, and it's going to be a good chunk of code, and see, it's going to do a lot of stuff here. Is it still writing? Update the play editor to pass the needed props. And generate path data. Let's see how complex it made the color thing. Yeah, see, render route paths. There's a lot going on here. Determine route color. I'm gonna do something here. Let's break the route color logic out into a separate component. Probably not even JSX, probably just JS. Separate JS component. That we will pass required information to. It will return color to be applied to the route segment. Based on the information provided. Because each route segment is going to have to be determined. So, because if we put in, like I say, if we have a running back who's moving, it's a black line, because all run plays are black lines until they exchange, in which case he turns into a red line. So, like if a quarterback immediately hands off to running back, it's pretty much going to look like it's just a red line for the running back, but it's a red quarterback turning into a red running back. And then if the QB decides to run off in a different direction, it'll be a black line because he's just drawing a play off. Yeah, we'll do that. So, do I want to put it in the components? I mean, it is a JavaScript component. I don't know if it's data. Where did he put it in the utils. I guess I could put it in the utilities folder. What do I have in my utils folder? Auth. I just feel like I could put it in the shared JavaScript. Do I want it in the shared JavaScript? I'm trying to think where else I'll use this. I just want it out of there because it's too complex to keep in. But really, my thought is it goes into a common folder only if there's other tools that will use it. And here's the thing. I don't want to rebuild these plays anywhere else. They're just going to be rebuilt here. So only when I'm loading, saving, working with Play Editor. Ultimately, they're going to be stored as images. That's the goal. Stored as images, we're going to have an image, and then that image becomes a card. That card becomes an item that you can get throughout the game. But that, or rather, the play becomes a card, which is an image that you can get throughout the game. And therefore, I'm not going to use this in any other location. Thus, I feel like what I could probably do is maybe have a subfolder here that just kind of groups it out, because I don't want to have a bunch of crap here. But all these items here that are going to show up on the coaching page are just going to show up on the coaching page. I'm not going to have formation somewhere else. I'll have plays, but they will be selected as an alternate location thing. So like if I actually had to select all of my plays, that might be its own separate component. Like I might have a play component here, which might be read by multiple items. But the playbook, yeah, see, I don't even know, because the playbook will be looking at plays, which is part of the coach component. I don't know when. Well, the play simulator will be looking at the plays, because that'll be loading them up to show them off. So yeah, that might be a shared item. Not there yet, but we'll be there soon. We're soon. I mean, the next month, I predict the next month, by the end of March, I'm going to have a working game plan, a working coach editor, and a simulator. My current simulation will be in the progress, or nearly have the coach component feeding it the plays that it's going to be calling. All from Go, which is a lot of stuff going on. I have a lot of stuff planned for this month. It's only the 4th, which puts me 4 weeks-ish left. And I think I'm going to have a pretty good go of a lot of pretty cool features that are going to start coming online, at least in the React side. But once the React side and that simulation are kind of running, that's when I'm hoping April gets me into Unity, and I can start doing some Unity stuff. But again, there's so many pieces. I tend to bounce around back and forth. You know, I'm kind of like working on this and working on that. It's not that I'm not focused. It's just that, you know, I want things to kind of come online together. There's a lot of bits and parts that need to kind of start working together. And if I spend too much time in one area, then something else gets neglected. And I kind of want to just slowly have things. And eventually, you know, you start capping items off. It's kind of like playing a board game where your goal is to build buildings, right? You might be building a couple of buildings at once, but ultimately you got to finally go, okay, I'm capping this one. I'm building that one. If you don't play board games, you don't know what I'm talking about, but it does happen. It does happen, trust me, in board games. Tikal, Giza, and a bunch of others, I'm sure. But those are the two I'm thinking of in my head right now. And both of those are pyramids, by the way. They're not actual buildings, but anyhow. So let's go ahead and create. I'm gonna put it here. We'll call it the what do you call it? Route color utility. Sure. Route color utility. I'll go with that. And that's actually a terrible name because you got to put the JS on it. All right. Now we're just going to go ahead and copy his stuff here. It's a total rewrite of everything I've been doing. Whew, he's got, whoa, determine the color for a route based on various factors. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen this done this way. Color string object with split coloring instructions. Color string or object with split coloring instructions. Huh. I've never seen this thing here. Determines the color for a route based on various factors. At paran. Huh. Let's see how that's used here. He is using my formations.j. He is putting in the same formations JSX. So, all right, so we have get route color. So we're going to go back to my play editor. Handle, use, handle, reset, handle, formation, select, handle, unit, blah, 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 handle, save, play, handle, unit, color, unit, click, handle, unit. Oh, it isn't. Is it in formation layout? Oh, it is. Okay. Generate route path, generate route, get route color. It's this guy. Still pretty complex, but it does just simplify it down to, hey, this is what we need to put together and send out to determine the color. And then we got to implement the color, right? Oh, well, I guess we're just setting. Somewhere we're setting. Somewhere it is setting. Oh, okay, so then we got your JSX. Okay. Update your path rendering to handle split colors. Relative class name, width, container width. Where are we putting this nonsense? Update your path rendering to handle split colors. Update generate route path. Alright, so let's get route color. So now we got to do this one. Return. Where are we putting this? Relative WH pool. Oh, class name. Absolute. Oh, wait, so we got this guy. And then so basically it's this thing. Going there. So this guy probably needs to go here. It's kind of weird that we're in here twice, but that's better. Okay, so we'll do that. Now we got to go over to Play Editor. And fix the formation route for display function. There's a typo with dot filter instead of dot filter. Oh, That's possible because I was making changes that probably broke something. I can believe that. Format. Route for display. Okay. And then we got in your JSX formation layout. Okay, so what do we change here? What do we change in the function? Did I not make some change? All right, so we got selected formation, width, length, center, container width, container height, position click, handle, position route, position, play type. Oh, we got to pass the play type. Oh, and we got to pass the unit filter. We got to pass a bunch of stuff now. So we got our routes instead of formatted routes for display. Really? Okay. Okay, so that means I am missing something in this here. That means I got to update my formation layout again, because I am missing some new stuff. Yellow, blue, green, purple, orange. And we got to pull this guy in. All right. I think we might be what we want. Worst thing is everything breaks, but let's see how close we are to getting this. Well, we have an exception. The exceptions have attacked. Yes, please. All right, let's try this again. All right, we're getting some bad mojo. All right, what do we got here? Formation layout.jsx. Expression expected. I could just be missing stuff because that's possible. 168. Okay, did I not close this off right? Let's go see what I did. Oh, wrong one. Formation layout. So we got squiggly. Is this squiggly now? Do I need to do a return? Didn't actually say do a return. All right, let's see what that does. Information layout to JSX. Import determine route call. Oh, wait, did I not? What did I call it? Route calls. Oh, I didn't put it in my utils. That's the problem. I referenced it where it told me to reference it, but I didn't actually put it there. I said, nah. I like to put things in the utils or the data folder that, well, data is for about keeping the data calls together. But utils is about putting things that other components are going to use. And I don't really expect that. I just, like I said, I just pulled this out to get this big chunk of code out of my other code, just to clean up. I should probably, even have things like just some way to break down some of the functions that are all happening in one place. I don't like it. Programmatically a bad idea in general, so I think that'll work. No? No. Wait a minute, we're in the same location. Format. Formation layout. Oh, we're not in the same location. Never mind. It's going to be dot / coach. Is it thinking about it? All right, there you go. Nothing's broke yet. It's a start. So it's a run. If things calculate correctly, right now, this will be black because it's a run. And during a run, all the routes are black. So we just blew up. Chord.split is not a function. Claude, you gave me a crap function. It doesn't work, man. Wait, chord is just supposed to be the coordinates. Did it not pass? Did we not pass something we were supposed to pass? That could be on me. I could be not passing something I'm supposed to pass. Because chord is technically just the subvalue of player position. Is it called chord? I think the problem is that it's going in there expecting to find chord. And 107 on, what is this? Formation layout? .107. So we got chord here. Chord is supposed to be, coordinates, show up for coordinates, routes, player position. And chord is just a variable identifier. So really what's happening is chord is not getting, it's not there. Is chord not in? Why do I have chord in there? Is that what it's called? Chord? I don't know if it's called chord. Let's put a break here. Oops, can't do that. Formation layout. What is it? 107? Play editor, off. Done it. No. Alright, so what is chord? W1. Routes, W1. There's only a W1 though, there's no chord. It's value. Type coordinate. But not chord. For each chord, Can I just do value? Because there is a value in here. For each route. Or maybe it's wait, what is the route? So I got W1, and in there we have for each is it action? For each action, let's call this action. Let's call this route action. For each route action, and then we're going to have route action dot value, because our route action dot coordinate dot coordinate. Let's just see what this is. If I can. If we're here, if we're truly here, my immediate window should give me something to work with here. Let's go routes player position, which is W1. Okay, so the thing that's here is it coordinate what happens if I go F10 or F11? Alright, so now we're in now we're in here. Route action should have something. So, I'm a little confused. The sub values of player position are coordinate. Do I need to call it coordinate? Maybe I need to call it coordinate for each coordinate. Is that what it's called? Because in here we have this is routes and then W1 where we're filtering. But then it's for each coordinate, or it's route action. Everything in there is a route action. That's what really it's a route action. For each route action dot, and then it's coordinate. But is it case corrected? Lowercase, okay. Coordinate. I probably should type that correctly. Route action. Still not showing it. So I don't see how this is going to work. Yeah. Getting invalid results from generate route path line 107. Chord per the above provided code does not. Oh. But above where does code does not exist. The items in the list, the routes, I would call route actions. Route actions. It has a coordinates type and a value. It holds coordinates. So for each route action, it should work. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be route action dot value. Can I do value on this? Maybe the type is not the item I'm supposed to have here. How about value? Nope, still doesn't work. I'm guessing. I don't know the answer, apparently. What do I know? Get route path. Okay, so thing is, I don't think that's going to work either. It's coming back as undefined. Even though it's there, it's coming back as undefined. Route action dot type. See, it's not loading anything. For each route action, if route action dot type, even though I'm seeing a value, there's something weird about the way this is reading it. For each route action, so we should be in this first one, and it's got a type of coordinate and value, whatever. But I should be able to read the type, but I apparently cannot. Let's do this again. See if maybe it just didn't load it last time. No, it's there. It's route action. It's not reading it though. There is no route action dot type equals coordinate, and it's not the problem of the coordinate. It's the fact that it's not reading it. All right, let's put this in here. Still not working. The format of the item that it should be getting returned by routes player position dot for each is, but for some reason, type I mean, I guess there is one problem. Let's hit Control S here, and then let's take the break out. Let it blow up for a minute, and then we'll come back here and see if maybe the issue was that I hadn't saved or there was some other weirdness going on. Because this really should have something in it. Oh, okay. Okay, so the issue might not be that. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go here. Route action. Get route. Where'd it go? Generate route path. Oh, here we go. Alright, so if I go F11, it should go in there, and it should be coordinate here. Nope. We're blowing up. We're going down in smoke. Go away. And that's probably because I just didn't save it in advance. What did... Oh, pff. No, I mean, no, whatever. Okay, so we did go in, and now we should have a value here. 7.4, yay! Okay, so I think we're splitting up good. Let's go ahead and hit F5 on here. We'll take this out. Let's see what this does. All right, so move to 7.4 did not turn black. Because it, why are we, stop that. So we got Qdoba for dinner tonight. It was delicious, but, or not for dinner, but for middle afternoon, dinner, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm getting hungry again. Luckily, I only ate half of it, so maybe I'll go eat the other half. Okay, so that get route path. Update the update the generate route path and get route color functions to use the new utility. Well, that's not even a thing. I mean, it's just telling me what I need to put in. It's not, once it's there. All right, so our routes, if route positions return white. All right, if route positions return white. Find slice, determine route color, Player position, position group. Okay, so we got to go to the determine route color because obviously our route did not get determined. Let's go to my determine route color, or wow, it's what is the name of the function I'm calling? Route color utility. Route color utility. All right, so we got all kinds of scenarios here. Convert action names to simple array if they're objects. Offense unit rules. Okay, so let's first make sure we're stepping into here. All right, so we're gonna go here, 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 here. All right, so unit filter 1. We're perfect. All right, we got the right. We're in the right zone. Position group should be W. It is. So it's not. It's none of that. It's not O. It's not Q. It's not a play type of pass. All right, so what we don't have, other pass routes get colors from the array. That's if it's a pass. Run play. Non-QB offensive line positions get standard colors. What are standard colors? Oh, no. On a run play, they're black. No, that's not right. Nope, you got it wrong, Dad. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. Nice try. It's not bad, but on a run play, they're black. Pretty much everybody's going to have a black route if it's a run. So we are returning these other colors if those are the situations. But on a run play, non-QB, offensive line positions, all right, so yeah, he's. I must. It's close-ish. It's close-ish. it's close-ish. What we got here is a situation where the QB is exchanging, which is fine. He starts off as red, type split, before red, after black, action exchange. So at some point, if the action is exchange, has exchange, that's kind of interesting. Really what this should probably be is me doing something like if play type equals run, so we've already taken the offensive line out of it. We've already taken the QB out of it. Now we only have the other positions. We got pass, which is going to have it's either going to be a pass or a run always, or it could be special, I suppose. But let's not select special because things won't work if I select special. That's the solution I'm going with. But this is crucial, okay? We're just going to go down here, we're going to go to the run, and we're going to go like this. Bloody, bloody. I should probably just take this whole thing. Basically, it's what the QBs is, except backwards. And honestly, it's a toggle. It's more like if it has exchange, but it could have exchange again. So it's not really has exchange. I'll probably have to tweak this because what if we have, what do you call it, double reverse That's 2 exchanges. That could be 3 exchanges. You give once to your running back, once to the other running back. And then maybe that guy does something with it. A double exchange pass, which happens too. Or he just turns around and he runs the other way and hands it back to the QB and just confuses themselves and everybody else. I may even have to provide a value that says complexity level of play. 'Cause the more complex a play is, the harder it is to learn, and that's going to be a trigger for the game. How well you learn plays. Not really what I wanted to do, but okay. So it's 6:22. At 6:30, I'm going to work on this for a few more minutes. At 6:30, I'm going to take a break, and then I'll probably be back. I don't know, 7:30, and go at it some more, because I am going to get this puppy working, man. If it's the last freaking thing I do tonight. No, please don't say that, Ken, because you could be up till 11 o'clock again. No. Nope, we're not going to be. Hey, Nintendo, man. Long time no see. What's the latest with thee? All right, so we got pass, run, blah, blah, blah. This is not going to be quite right, but we're gonna work it out. Black, oops. Black, red. And we'll say return red. So right now I can only do one thing. Yeah, my boy. Good to see you, man. I don't know. Ariana Throwaway's been around hanging out. He's kind of coming in and taking your spot lately. He's been coming and visiting on a regular basis these days. Oh, you got to go to the NFL Combine too, man. You're getting all kinds of cool NFL time, man. You got a cool job. A lot of travel though, huh? Where was that at? This is probably about right too. No, I don't want to say if it has block. See, it gave me some good layout here, but it's not quite right. There's a lot of things I got to allow for. But they did, like I said, it set up the infrastructure I needed, so I should be able to tweak it to give me what I want. It did pretty good, but it's not quite what I want. Because see, has block is too. Oh, so that wasn't too bad for you then, huh? Because that's kind of close to you. Like, you're Ohio, right? So that's actually not too bad. It's better than driving all the way down to New Orleans. So, I mean, what all do you set up? I mean, for the Combine? I mean, it's mostly reporters, right? And scouts and that kind of thing. I mean, I guess there's probably people who go, but go watch it. But it's not like the Super Bowl. You don't have to, you don't have to do sound and that kind of stuff, do you? Let's see. Yeah, see, I don't know. How's it even doing this? What has? Oh, is it a? Oh, it must be doing a review. Has block, has exchange. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. Because it's got to be a progressive check. Sadly, it's gonna have to be iterative, where it goes through each action. Convert action names to simple arrays if they're objects. And then when it's not return type split before red, after black, action exchange. Yeah, but see, then it goes the other way. All right, man, put it on my Discord. I'll check it out. That's cool, man. So I met a guy who was on my game stream the other day when I was gaming, and his name, he goes by B-O B-E-E-E-E-E-E-O-O-O, I know, something like that. He's developed a football game. I was like, I was talking to him about my game, and he goes, "Hey, I'm working on a game." And I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, we designed, he says, the game they're working on is called Super Tiny Football. And I'm like, that sounds familiar. Does that already exist? He goes, "Yeah, it's already out." And I went and looked at that on Android. And it's like, yeah, sure enough, there it is. And it's like, I think it was one I kind of quickly dismissed because it's kind of like, it's very much plays like Retro Bowl. But it's like its paywalls are on steroids. Retro Bowl's got a couple of things where you can spend money and you just earn these little points things that you can earn to. It's called what is it? I don't know. Retro Bowl just has like one thing that is like you're upgrading money, so you can buy these points and you can use them to upgrade stuff. And but Super Tiny Football has a lot of the same functionality and features, but they just put paywalls in a lot of different places. And it's like, yeah. And yeah. it's okay. I think I told him, I says, I looked at it. The game itself, the graphics are kind of cool. I mean, the graphics are good. They're better than Retro Bowl because it's not 8-bit. It's more modern. But it's just another free-to-play, pay-to-play, pay-to-win kind of thing. And so that's all right. I only played it for a few minutes because it's the same kind of sim, except just more blocking you from playing stuff. All right, let's see if this at least gives me black. It should give me black now, but it's an incomplete solution. But we'll see what happens. See, we're not changing. Why are we not changing? So if has block, I haven't put block in. So is it going to put block in after? Nope, it's not putting it in. Whatever, the unit works, and it comes down here to pass. Play type, we're not in pass, we're on run, but run has return red. It should be red, but that's not right. Before black, so I have to put an exchange. Nope, that don't work either. Okay, so 6:30. So anyway, Nintendo, I've been streaming now since almost 3 hours ago. And I need to go eat some dinner, man. So I'm going to take about a half-hour break. I will be back. I'm probably going to end up working until 10 o'clock again tonight. So I'm going to go take a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So let's say I'll be back, I promise, before 7:30. So, hey, plus, I think I need to fix my light. Alexa, time to stream. Alexa, set desk lamp to warm white. That's a little better. Let's get some... it's the daylight kind of... Right now, it looks like my body disappeared. My black shirt doesn't show up. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take a break, go get some food in my stomach. I am starving for some reason. Starving Marvin. That's what happens when you swim 800 meters. It really wasn't that much, but it was enough to burn some juice. And I don't think I've eaten a ton today. So